What it do, YouTube? It's your boy Patman back here with another video. You already know what time it is. You already know what's about to go on. So without further ado, let's get into it. Today's video is about to be about do's and don'ts while in a relationship with somebody in a wheelchair. It's a lot of stuff that we're gonna touch on that topic. I don't even think like I'm gonna finish that video today because it's like so many different topics that we could talk about on that. So I'm gonna just break it down, and whatever we get done today, we get done today. Whatever we get done in the next video, we get done in the next video. So yeah, without further ado, let's get into the video. But first, like this video, subscribe if you're not. Go to 400. We're like five subs away, I believe now. So by the next video, we should be at 400. If we're not, I'm fighting each and every one of you. So yeah, let's get to it.
We gon' burn a hole inside his tongue before we cut it off. I'm trying to numb the pain, I'm smoking on exotic. I'll put in.
Okay, so for this, damn, we starting already. For this specific topic, it's not just my thoughts and my feelings. I gathered around some of my friends on the wheelchair, so we all talked about this this specific topic. So I got to see where their head is at with it and how they feel about this topic, and I'm just gonna display to you guys, so that you guys can see where we're at with it all together. And so if you're a guy out there, you see a little fine shorty rolling around.
I saw you sitting by yourself and I thought maybe you'd want someone to join you, but how would anybody know if that's really what you wanted? And I stood there for minutes just wondering, and then I thought, idiot, just go over there, just go.
And you girl out there, you see a little fine John rolling around, you wanna know how to get to that the right way. Don't worry about it. Your boy Pat got you. Pat's got your back. Got you. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, so first one, the ladies. For the ladies. Don'ts. Okay. So for the ladies, I feel like that from what I've gotten from what my lady friends have told me, they're not really asking for too much. They just want to be happy as well, just like every other girl, and they just want to be like put on the same pedestal that any other girl requests to be put on. Like when you're in a relationship with a girl, the girl wants to be made feel like can't no other girl top where she's at. You feel me? So that's the same thing that they ask for. Just be a little like more in depth, like just like every other girl. The way you gotta do, things to make your girl feel special is the same way that you gotta handle a girl that might be disabled to make her feel special. But then you just got to go about those things in a different way, that makes them kind of feel special. It makes them not look at it like sympathy, because we deal with a whole lot of people doing a lot of stuff for us for sympathy. So when you're doing something for us to not feel like you're just doing this for sympathy, or like that kind of stuff, you really have to go about it like in a different way. How, we don't exactly know yet, but that's for y'all to find out if y'all truly love us. Yeah, that's all they really ask for. And like during the relationship, one of my with my lady friends specifically said to me is whatever you would do in a relationship with a girl that's able-bodied and that's able to walk shouldn't be nothing less of what you do with a girl that that's disabled. So if you're having an argument with your girl, don't let her just win just because she's sitting down on a wheelchair and you guys are arguing. You better look down at her and yell at her too. And like that's exactly how she said it. And if you guys are play fighting, don't be like, oh, I'm not gonna do this, I'm not gonna do that because my girl's sitting down, I don't want to hurt her. She's not a fragile piece of paper. She's not a fragile glass. You're not gonna push her and her break into pieces. She's human. She's just sitting down. So if you're play fighting, you can push her. She can push you back. I can get your little heads going or whatever. Do the same thing that you would do with an able-bodied girl, and you'll be alright. When you're talking to her, talk to her the same way. If you be talking reckless to these females, don't sympathize with her and not talk reckless to her just because she's sitting down, because 9 times out of 10 We don't have legs, so we're pretty good with our words. So real talk reckless right back to you even worse. So yeah, if you want to talk reckless to a regular girl, talk reckless to her.
Are you dumb? I have no clue what you're seeing. I'm at Del Taco. Where are you?
If you're gonna be, now this is where the sensitive part of it comes about. If you're gonna be doing things like holding the door, all that stuff, let it be because you're a gentleman. Don't do it just because you feel like, oh my poor baby, she has to roll around and hold the door. Yes, she's been doing that her whole life before you even guys got together. So let her do it if that's how you really feel about it. But if you want to be spontaneous, you're going on a date, you want to hold the door, you want to roll her around at the park, do that, you know what I mean? But just make sure everything is like, in a perfect order of, I'm doing this because I love you, not because I look at you any different, not because I have any kind of sympathy for you. You feel me? You still gotta be a gentleman, and you still gotta be wrong in every situation though, because that's just how girls work. But yeah, that concludes it for the girls. I really don't feel like they be asking for too much. Girls is girls, man, and whether they sitting down or standing up, they still girls. So yeah, that closes it out for the girls. Yeah, just do what you're supposed to do, make them happy, and don't sympathize. Next, fellas, now this right here is kind of hard because fellas are harder to deal with than females. Let's just all accept that right now. Yes, I'm a man too, and I'm like hard to accept that as a man, but really, if we're being honest, girls are way easier to deal with. Girls, we praise y'all for being easy to like. Girls got they got a few annoying traits and whatnot, but if we really think about it, we be driving them crazy, and we like harder to deal with in life in general. So like, that's why this topic is even more harder to speak on for fellas, because fellas is like, they're not as easy as girls, you know what I mean? Girls don't take that offensively, because well, moving on, we're not even gonna base on that because I don't want to say something the wrong way. But fellas is harder simply because of masculinity. Like, fellas, we take it harder than females just because we want to be, we want to be the man. So like, if you're a girl and you're dealing with a guy, right? If you guys are driving, let him drive. If he has because you guys should know you can drive even on a wheelchair and whatnot. If you guys are driving, let him drive. Let him drive everywhere. Let him put the gas. And if he needs to take his wheelchair out, don't help him. Let him take his wheelchair out. Let him take the garbage out at night. Let him take everything. Let that man be a man. Because the moment that you don't let that man be a man, he's gonna start looking at you, and he's gonna start thinking like, But I know she wasn't taking out the garbage in her last relationship. I know she wasn't pumping the gas in the last relationship. Why is she trying to do that now? She's obviously looking at me different. And that's when y'all start to bump heads. That's when they start to feel bad about themselves. And yeah, things just don't go right. So if you're gonna deal with a man that's disabled, I feel like I generally this is how I feel, and this is how I would want a girl to handle me if I was dealing with a girl. Which I have, and they've understood that, thankfully. My requirement is that you treat me 5 times harder than you treat somebody that you've dated that's able to walk and that's completely able-bodied. Treat me 5 times harder than you would treat an able-bodied person, simply so that I could know, she really looks at me as a man, you feel me? If we're arguing, just like I said for the girls, we arguing. If you would argue with a man and you would slap the man and go to bed, slap me and go to bed. Probably it's not gonna end good, but because I'm gonna have to get my sister to beat you up. But if that's what you do to fellas, that's what you do to fellas. Don't treat me any different because of that situation. You feel me? Yeah, let me be a man, and that's about it. But it goes much depth into it because, like I said, of masculinity. we take that much more serious than I think females do. Like, guys will literally, like, I know situations where like guys would have something, like I've seen just by like being around some of my, wheelchair friends, and even family would try to help them and they'd like get mad or something like that. So like to like discreate a conflict, just let that man be. Treat him like he work for you. You feel me? And then he'll feel like a man. Let that man feel like, yes, perfect. I find the perfect way to describe it. Let that man feel like he's taking care of you. Because that's what a real man is supposed to do for his partner. We're going to leave it at that. So, yeah. If you're dealing with somebody in a wheelchair, don't sympathize. This is all don'ts together. Don't sympathize. No favoritism just because he's in a wheelchair. Don't exclude him from anything. You know what I mean? If he's still, like, if you would send your man out to the store at 2 a.m., in a regular relationship, send that man, tell him to get on his wheels and roll to the store at 2 a.m. I'm so serious. You feel me? If your lady will cook for you every day before you get home, generally, she could roll to the kitchen and cook for you every day before you get home. That's how it works, because they're not any less of a person. And yeah. That's all I got for y'all, man. That's all I got for y'all. Next video, we're gonna go more in depth into this, or we're gonna talk about, like, I've asked you guys I'm gonna answer some questions about being in a relationship with like somebody that's in a wheelchair. I'm gonna answer you guys' own individual questions that you guys have asked me. I posted it on my Snapchat and you guys sent me back some questions about like how to feel and how to handle being in a relationship with somebody that's on a wheelchair, how to go about it, and like mentally and physically, what can they do, what can't they do, all of that. So that's what I'm gonna be doing in the next video. So yeah, guys, don't forget, subscribe. We're 5 more subscribers away from 400. Let's get to it. Let's get it done. Please, please, please. Thank you. If you've been riding with me, you right here. We here. And I ain't gonna let you down. Peace. Love y'all. Stay tuned for the next video. Give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Share it with your mother, your grandmother, even the ones in the nursing home. They ain't got nothing to do, so let them watch the video, chill, and play. And I'll see y'all next time on PetMed TV.
We gon' burn a hole inside his tongue before we cut it off. Tryna numb the pain, I'm smoking on exotic. I'll put in